to keep this kid busy, helping them get back into school. We work really closely with the McKinley County Hearing Authority for the school district. We work really closely with the high schools, both by Marion and Gallup High, as well as the middle schools. We also look to see if they need some kind of counseling, or if on the mental health assessment it was, presented that they need a higher level of care, such as residential treatment or treatment foster care. So the case managers are responsible for looking for that.
When you say treatment foster care, does that mean that they would go and live with his foster family, and then they would have...
A lot of that is geared towards more behavioral than more substance abuse, because a lot of our kids come in with both, but sometimes their behavioral is more out there than the substance abuse. So that's why we try and find them a TFC, and that's off the recommendation of the mental health assessment.
So this is, you're dealing with this wide range, but it's just the tip of the iceberg, which is what you actually get them involved with, is the drugs and the alcohol. So, but they all have quite a few underlying kinds of problems.
Yes.
How many of these kids, or do we have the numbers to know how many of these kids go on and get into really bad trouble?
That would be our repeaters, and like James said, we saw a lot before I came. And when they do come back, they're either drinking more, smoking more, or they've done more crimes, and then they come back to detox. We've seen a lot of that happen. So our goal is trying not to get them through detox again, trying for them not to come back to case management and say, okay, I need help again.
Right.
Yeah.
You think it's working, Lori?
I do.
You do? Okay. So how long have you worked with children, youth, and family programs?
I'm very new.
Very new, okay.
November.
Okay.
That's when I came on board.
So I was wondering if, are there other programs like this across the state?
There are similar programs.
Detox?
No, not detox. No, I'm sorry. But there are, because I work for through CYFD for a continuum coordinator. We work under the Juvenile Justice Advisory Board,
Right.
and there are, I believe, 19 sites throughout New Mexico.
So that have the case management, that do the mental health evaluations, that kind of thing?
No,
they all differ.
Yeah, they all differ.
Okay.
It depends on their communities. It depends on their community need.
Well, alcohol in McKinley County is just a big bad boogeyman kind of thing, so that's why we get to do alcohol.
Right.
So how many kids right now are you handling in, say, detox?
In a regular month, we get about 30 to 40 kids throughout the month in detox, both male and female. In case management, right now our caseload is about 55. We've gone all the way up to 75 before sometime. It just depends on the intensity of the kids and the referrals that are coming through. A lot of our case management referrals come from detox, but they also come from the schools, from other agencies such as the McKinley County Teen Court, juvenile probation might have a kid that doesn't quite meet their needs for formal probation, so they'll send them to us to intervene and say, hey, why don't you try getting help here before you come back. We also get them coming off the streets. I mean, parents can bring their kids in, family members can bring their kids in to say, hey, help us out, we're having problems.
How much does this all cost? How much if a parent comes to the door and says, I really need help?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free. As long as they live in McKinley County. We serve McKinley County only.
Okay. And it's just free?
And it's free.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah. On top of our other case management services, we also have Cocopelli Adventures. Jim Smith works with our kids through adventure-based program. He does ropes course, he does first aid CPR, he has classes for our kids, so our kids actually come out with a little certificate saying their first aid CPR. He's also taken them out rafting. We had a group last year that actually went out to Taos for rafting. We're planning to go to Carlsbad Caverns this year.
I might show up at the door. Do I look like a 17-year-old?
Join us.
That's a pretty exciting thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good things.
We work closely with DWI, Deborah Martinez, and Georgine Demas.
Right.
And we also work with JPO very closely, and Youth Treatment Court, which is Carol Ashley. We all get together once a month and we say, okay, what what kind of activity do we want to do this month. Today actually we're going to do bowling March 18th for our kids. Times before we played basketball with them and had pizza. We played softball with them and had pizza. We have had presentations where we've had community members come in and talk to our kids. We've also had the K-9 unit from McKinley County Sheriff's Department come in and talk to our kids. We try to get a range of things going for our kids.
Now these are the kids that are in the case management area.
Yes.
Okay. And so that is the 55 that we're dealing with right now. How faithful are the kids about coming, Dominique?
Lately, if our case managers are on them all the time, we've been getting good crowds.
Okay.
We have been. Our last basketball, we had 35 kids, and we actually had 10 parents show up as well, which was really, really good to see.
Yeah.
And we actually,
That's the key. That's one of the keys. I mean, that's not the only key, but that's one of the keys to having these kids really perform better in life. Isn't it?
it's the parent involvement. A lot of our families, you know, when they first come, they're leery about, okay, you're really going to do this with my kid. You're really going to change my kid. Some of the parents, you know, sad to say, don't want to deal with their kids. So, but when they see us dealing with them, they're like, okay, maybe I'll try. And, you know, the case managers and program aides really try and get the families involved by saying, hey, you know what, let's try and do something different.
Without changing the families, though, and sending kids back to the same situations, that doesn't work too well.
No, it doesn't.
So, if we can get the families to be different. Now, this, Anthony was supposed to come and tell us all about the grants, but this is a grant program, Lori?
It is.
And so, you have how many grants, do we know? Like 5, 8, 3?
Three. We have a little bit of money coming from CYFD, and then we have federal money.
Okay.
Yes.
So, you're not real worried this budget year?
No, but we're always looking for opportunity, and Anthony Demas and Patricia Johnson do a really, really good job about managing our money and making sure that we stay alive and floating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, because that would be a shame to lose.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And good luck to you. And you have 2 really, really good assets over there.
And actually, I have 11 really good assets.
Really?
Yes. My staff is very, very supportive to these kids, and they're very caring. So it makes it a worthwhile program.
Well, and as I say, this program is so exciting because we don't have a detox program anyplace, and a lot of our 12 to 17-year-olds are drinking on a regular basis.
Yes.
So if you have a child and you are sort of at wit's end and you don't know what to do, go over to the Juvenile Detention Center, and the substance abuse program is in that center, right?
We're right in the front. Actually, if you walk right in to your left, that's case management right there, and any one of us will be glad to help you. You can also call us 726-8249.
Okay, if I call the county, someone will know there?
Yes,
Okay.
they will transfer.
Okay, so if you need help, this is the place to go with your child. So remember, it's for 12 to 17-year-olds, and 12-year-olds do drink. That's hard to realize, but they really do drink. And they can get expelled from school for it.
Yeah, 365 days is possible.
Yeah, that's what the new expulsion is?
Yeah, they could get expelled from McKinley County Schools for 365 days,
So, woo! They're getting tougher than when I was there. How exciting.
May I also
yeah,
mention
yes.
the date of our next board meeting?
Yes, certainly.
The Juvenile Justice Board will be having our next meeting on Tuesday, March 15th at noon, and that will be located at the Juvenile Detention Center in the front lobby area, our case management meeting room, and that is at noon.
Do you want everybody to bring a sack lunch?
If they like, we don't mind. And it's open to anyone who is interested in showing up.
And anyone that's interested in helping kids.
Yes.
That's who should be there. Right now, SABC and Sports Talk Television are coming up, and next week, UNM Gallup will be here, and we'll be talking about their entrepreneurial expo. So that ought to be really exciting. Come and learn how to make a fortune. That's next week, and right now, SABC and Sports Talk Television are coming up. Thanks for watching. Good night.
That's it. Pretty fast.
I was like, I didn't get to half the things I wanted to.
Just kidding.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yes, well, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
That was fun.
Yeah. Oh. Did you get it?